Oh yeah, I'm live. I'm live, y'all. I think. Anyways, just gotta share my my link to Discord, and Tumblr. Going live. Okay, that was Discord, and now for Tumblr, because people do need to know that I'm streaming, so you know, it's pretty handy. No, not video. I want a link. I copied the link already. So yeah. Let me use that link, the one I copied. Yep. Okay. Live stream. Stream is live. I really have to think up a thumbnail for this. Because all the time you just see the YouTube tab and the internet, and it's kind of boring, and it doesn't exactly give you a good idea of what the live stream is about, you know? So I'll need to make it a nice logo or something. Okay, anyways, time to get my charger, so yeah, I'll be gone for a minute. And then I can start watching my own live stream on a video. I made sure the reaction time is pretty short this time, so hopefully there won't be any 2-minute delays between you sending a message and me reading it if you're in the live chat right now, if anyone's in the live chat right now. Okay, I got my charger. Plug it in and start charging my phone, because otherwise my phone will just be out of power and I'll have to interrupt the creation process to go charge my phone, which isn't exactly helpful. So, okay, let me just refresh this. Come on, phone, I know you can do it. You're a good phone. Good job. Oh, haha, I misspelled something in my own live stream. Heh. Funny. Okay. Gotta turn the sound off. And yeah, I'm watching. Okay. Okay, the live chat. Oh, hi. Hi, Jane Langerak. Nice of you to join the live stream. Okay, let me just put this on live chat, so, you know, I can actually see what you're writing. So, okay, I think it's time to go create something. So, here is my, Pinterest. Hopefully the reaction time is pretty good on this one. Yeah, the reaction time is pretty good. I like to think so. So, okay. Yeah. There's not too much buffering going on. At least if I don't scroll too far down Pinterest, because Pinterest can be a pain. Okay, let me just get to my boards. Set to repository. Didn't log into Tumblr. Handy. Okay, in the works, published, and pins, and all these pins here are the ones I have to do. I found out that this set by XM Sims, it has already been done, so I'll need to create a new board, a new section actually. Sectie toevoegen, done by somebody else. So that I know I don't have to slave these, I just want to make recolors for those, so. I saw me body else. Okay, that's handy. I think these might also have been done, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, anyways, there's lots of pottery here, and I do have a very nice pottery master set, but I'm really looking for something that's quite easy, preferably. Preferably something without counters, because counters can be a bit of a pain. So let's see, is there anything without counters that I might want to do? Ooh, there's pillars here. Nice pillars. This is always the hard part, like trying to figure out what to do. I mean, besides making CC, another option for this live stream is actually to go into my testing game and just take previews of things. That's, I mean, it's a CC creation live stream, not a making pictures of CC live stream. Well, I suppose I can try to fix something. Let's see, set update, mining station. That's the secret beta testing area, so I'm not going to show that. But let's see. Yeah, there's some pretty interesting things in the topics. I just posted some conversions. I'm pretty sure nothing needs to be fixed with the Apocrypha set. I mean, I still have some shadows in the Gustav set. The Gustav set is like my problem child. It gave me trouble with remapping. It gave me trouble with importing it into SimPE since the Git database was down at that time. Of course, now it's permanently down, which doesn't exactly help my case. But okay, let's see. Are there any other interesting stuff I could do? Oh yeah, now I remember, now I recall. Okay, let me just go to illanlan.tumblr.com, because a friend of mine, Ronan, or Illan, actually released a pretty nice set of dresses. Not this one, this is still a work in progress, and it looks so nice. And yeah, it's these ones. And somebody on the Discord had the idea to default the babysitter dress, you know, the nanny. So I think that one is free recolor, so it does fit. And otherwise you can always apply color action and some filters. But anyways, we're just going to download this. And I think we're gonna default something today. The Simple Girl. Only one download? That's a damn shame. Such a pretty dress, like those textures. Cherubim 2.0. Okay. We got some P here. So, come on. Don't be stupid. So, anyways, we're just going to default something. So, default database. Jen Langerak says, I love Illan stuff, it looks awesome. Yeah, it is. He does some good work. And did you know he even did some color actions? Like, they're just great. Great for fabric, great for wood. And Jen Langerak also said, and it's perfect for my Victorian, Edwardian, Old West game. Yeah. Like, that's some high quality textures. And there's not an awful lot of accurate stuff for that area, for those eras. Okay, so we're going to go for adult female. He also made a teen version, but we're just going to go for adult female because I think... Oh, elder female, perhaps elder female. But anyways, most adult meshes will also work for elders, and considering it's still the thing that we're going to have to modify, I mean, we can probably default the suit here. Yeah, we actually need to go to elder female to default this. Okay, yeah, elder female. My mouse pen, it likes to open double taps. It's a bit old and I might have accidentally broke something, but it still works. Okay, we got the power suit, but we're not going to go for that. We're just going to find the babysitter outfit right here. So we're just gonna have to scroll until we find it. Ooh, or we could even do Mrs. Crumblebottom for one of these, but I think the fancier dress would be a better fit. Okay, I hope I'm not missing... I hope I didn't scroll past it, because I scroll fast. I really need that babysitter outfit to be defaulted. I mean, I play medieval-ish games, so not Victorian-ish. But damn you nannies! Where are you? Poor elders, they barely have any choice in outfits. Dress above knee, open suit. No, it can't be that one. Is the dress long? Now I need to check. Sims 2 babysitter. Because I need the outfit name in order to default something. What? This is Flickr, not Google. I want Google, come on. Sims 2 babysitter, and I have no idea what this has to do with babysitters. This is DuckDuckGo, but I can do exclamation mark thingy. And just get this. Okay, we need this outfit. We need the outfit shown here, so... I actually want to see what mesh it uses. Okay, here we got it. Photo buckets, nanny horror stories. Saw it near the bottom. Oh, near the bottom. Okay, I can look at that. I see the social worker. Perhaps it shares the same thing. So social worker and nanny that just show something. Oh wait, I think yeah, this is for adult female. We need elder female. Damn. I really need to find something. So near the bottom you said. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, thank you so much. That's a relief. Okay. The way it looks is that there's only 2 versions. So here we got the name of the outfit, EF Body Nanny. So now we can go to SimPE and we can actually search for it. Okay, first I might have to actually prepare my SimPE folder. Okay, let me just... This is from number 0, I think. So, 0? Come on. Okay, and here we're just going to say EF Body Nanny. You need to keep track of your defaults. And so the first thing I'm gonna do is just by holding them up, open it, in and on. Oh yeah, I still got my download set to my parsimonious archive. So here we got TF, AF, and the mesh for Max's long loose dress, and then edit. So we're just going to unpack these. We'll need to unpack these. I'm not going to delete this, I'm just going to put it in a different folder to keep it more... Yeah, here we go. So we got Blue Ridge, Deep Bronze, and Royal Maroon. So, okay, let's see. I think Blue Ridge and Royal Maroon are the better choices, because they seem a little bit more plainer than Deep Bronze Green, so we are going to delete Deep Bronze Green. And we're left with the 2 on the right. Okay, but now that we have this, it's time to do the SimPE job. We're gonna have to go to the Finder, we see it here, and we'll have to do property set search, I think. Contains match, we want EF Body Nanny, not EFF Body Nanny. It's not elder female, it's just adult female, I mean elder. And it's going to search, it's going to take a while. Jane Langreck says, I'm so glad you're making a default today. That's something I've been wanting to learn, but the tutorials always confuse me. Huh, I can link you a pretty good tutorial. The one I learned it from, it's actually for hair, but it actually, you know, it's good for everything. Even if it's just very simple or something more complicated that's like a hair. You really have to do it a couple of times to, you know, get it in your fingers, but once you have it in your fingers, then it's a lot easier. Especially if it's like a single outfit, an outfit with a single recolor, or you don't really care what what outfit is going to get which color. So something like a shirt, and instead of like a witch default. Ocelotka. Ocelotka? Is that the way you say it? I don't really know. I don't speak now. But did somebody say tutorials? Yeah, tutorials. There's a pretty good default tutorial out there once SimPE is done loading, done searching for the property set. Then I can actually show it to you. I hope it was a property set. It's been a while since I did defaults. Welcome to the live stream. It always takes a while. My SimPE is loading all the expansions. It's searching through all the packages from the expansion, all the data. So yeah, okay, here we got it. EA Games, The Sims 2, The Sims 2, TS Data, Res, Catalog, Skins. Okay, we got EF Body Nanny and EF Body Nanny Alternate. So I did it right. So we're just going to double click this. Ocelotka. Tekat. Well, you'll have to pronounce it on voice sometimes. Or I'll have to see if there's like an audio file of it being pronounced or something, or a TTS. But the tutorial, I think I can just find it if I do tutorial hair replacements or anything with more groups than the original. Le plat du jour or something like that. Anyways, this is the tutorial I learned it from. And, you know, it gives you all the relevant information. Just be sure to follow each and every step. Oh, it's being slow. I shouldn't scroll during live streams. Anyways, I'll paste it. Okay, there you go. That's the tutorial. It should show up in voice. That's the one I learned it from. So anyways, okay, back to SimPE. Yeah, it's buffering a little bit more, unfortunately, it seems. So we're just going to double click this, and we'll get this. So we're going to go back to plugin view. So we have EF Body Nanny, and we have and look, we also have this one. We have EF Body Nanny and the referencing file. So we'll actually need to find the one. We'll need to sort by instance, I think. Yeah, we need to sort by instance. And let me just pull this down a little bit. So if you look at this, the 3D referencing file, this one, has the same instance as the EF Body Nanny. So we're just going to extract both of these. So first the 3D referencing file. Normally I just do this in a batch, but this time I decided not to. So extract, and then we'll just do the same for the other one. So my SimPE likes to be stupid, so I have to pull it up way to see the results. So we're just going to go to EF Body Nanny Alternate, and I'll have to pull this down again. It's already sorted by instance, so you have to make sure that the instances match. Because this 3D ID referencing file is the one for the EF Body Nanny Alternate. So let me just extract both of these. Extract. Fortunately, it's just 2 outfits, so it's pretty easy. Okay, so we got a new file. The first thing we want to do now, actually, normally this is just a preparatory thing, is just crack open these recolor packages. So we'll start off with Blue Ridge, and fortunately it is only 2 textures and 1 TXMT. So we'll have to extract all 3 of these, like the binary index, the property set, and the 3D ID referencing file. We don't need those. We just need the texture, the TXMT, and the other texture. So once again, we're going to extract this. We're going to extract this. And we're going to extract this. This is a normal map, a bump map. If your text, this is something I failed to do as a beginner, a mistake I made as a beginner. Not extracting the bump map. Like, you need to do that. Extract the normal map. This one. So you get the base texture and the normal map. But you'll need to extract both. I think I did those ones. So this was Blue Ridge. So now we need Royal Maroon. So once again, we'll extract all 3 of these. Because we're gonna need the textures. We're also gonna need the mesh, but the mesh we can just import into the file. It's much easier. So now we'll create a new file and we will add all of these resources. And we will also add the mesh. So we'll need to take this to all files. And we'll need to see mesh, default, maxis, loose, long dress, inline edit. Okay, so this is already the default of the loose dress. So anyways, I've never really worked with that, but anyways, now we need the 3D ID referencing file. Plugin view, please. Just do this. We'll sort it by instance. EF body nanny and EF body nanny alternate. So as you can see, we have the resource node, aka the crest. We have the shape, the SHPE. Yep. That's not. Also not. The bump is linked to the base texture through the GZPS. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, you can expect to have weird nudity issues with, flesh dress issues if you don't import it. So we'll need to reconstruct this. So this one is pointing to the default maxis mesh, but we'll need to make it point to a different mesh. So we'll get into and the material definition, which is the TXMT. So we'll just delete all 3 of these. Resource node, shape, material definition. Now we need to click the package button here to the right. And as you can see, you have a couple of things here. We got a texture image, we got a material definition, 2 property sets, and a shape. We need to import these into the correct order. So we'll click resource node and we'll just drag it over there. We'll grab the shape, we'll drag it over there. And we'll take one of the material definitions. We don't care what kind of definition it is. We just need one. Well, this is different when you're making like witch defaults, because otherwise you might have an evil texture for a good witch, unless that's your thing. So we commit, and we will repeat. So once again, we'll delete the original. Resource node, shape, material definition, and we'll import these. So resource node, shape, material definition, commit. And now we need to check the GMDC. We need to look at this. Okay, the mesh is called body. So we'll need to make sure that in the GZPS that the thing it's pointing to is called body. Okay. This is the override 0 resource key ID X, the override 0 shape, and the override 0 subset. As you can see, it's already set to body. Same goes for the other one, so we don't have to change anything. If the subset name would be body 2, or if there would be 2 subset names, then we would do the following. I'm not going to commit this. We'll click this, click add, and we'll change the 1. We'll change the override 1 shape to this. Override 1 shape. Oh yeah, I forgot this. The override 1 resource key ID X. We'll make this a 3 instead of a 1. The number of overrides, we'll have to make this 2. And the override 0 subset, we'll copy this as well. And we'll just say body 2, for example, and then bam. we have added another subset. It's all explained in the tutorial. Very good tutorial, definitely recommended. We're not going to commit this. So now we are going to save this package as default base game, default EF body nanny, and I like to put this one here, so base game. Base game, so you know which it is. So we got this all fixed. If you look closely, this one has different numbers. So this one has 5F5E and this one has 5F2D. So we know that we have two different textures in here. So now we just do new, and now we have to compressorize it. Why? Because you don't have to compressorize things. Well, it's kind of big. Let me just search for this thing. Where did I save it? Damn, don't tell me. I forgot I saved it somewhere else. Huh. It's the default. Okay. I mysteriously lost my default, so I'll have to track it down. Ah, here it is. Default. If you batch extract, then all these resources will go into the separate folders, which is easier. But let me just clean this up. It makes it easier for me. Okay, so here we got the default. It's 4.23 MB, not acceptable in my eyes. So always compressorize your defaults, like always, no kidding. Simpy folder 00 Livestream. Oh wait, I have to go into the right subfolder. EF body nanny. So we'll just fix this. Yeah, then let me just build a stop button first. Nice to take its sweet time. As you can see, it changed from like 4 MB to less than 2, so 1.63. It's a lot more acceptable. Defaults are always big, so just beware when you make a 10 subset default or something like that. Default 10 outfits. Just do my default here. Yeah, nice to have a good folder for that. And now we will do the most horrible thing we can do during such a CC creation live stream. We will boot up the game. Horrible, right? I really hope that it won't have too much buffering issues. Okay, let me just click the button. Okay, it might need a minute to boot up, because I haven't booted up the game today yet. So it likes to be a bit slower. And I still have hundreds of MBs of testing CC that has already been released. And some other stuff. But I think we'll need to go into create a sim this time. Alright. Come on. Ooh. I see it. Broken behave on the Discord. Nice. Come on. Okay, there it is. The loading screen. Paradise, basically. I don't have any tea. Unfortunately. I forgot to put on some tea and I was a bit busy chatting, so I almost forgot about the live stream again. It's a bit of bad policy, you know, to forget about a live stream you just announced. And I should throw away my little cup filled with old tea bags because I don't want it to rot and have that smell around my computer. As always, it's delightfully slow in loading. I should have just removed like a folder or two before booting up, but hindsight is 2020. It's gonna be funny because it's, you know, we're heading towards 2020. Wow. We're almost in the second decade of the 21st century. Nice. Ooh, loading. Welcome to the live stream, Celestial Spider. Okay, Celestial Spider says, I feel old. Well, every year we get older, we get closer to dying, and very pleasant business. Yeah. Yeah. There we are. This game is booted up. So, time for loading screen number 2. Ocelot says, hi Spider, I feel old too. Don't we all? Okay, now we're going to do the most important thing we can do. We will go load a lot. No, we will go into create a state. First we have to activate the bull prop. Through. We'll need to unlock special mode. Okay. Oswald says, I've been playing Sims 2 for longer than some people have been born. Spider Goddess says, oh hell, and LOL. Okay, we're in Create a Sim, so Control F. Hopefully that works. We might have to actually create a sim. What was the special activator? Control F. What's Control F and V? Okay, let me just Google this. Because I need the special things to activate special Create a Sim. Because this is going to be a testing nanny. Okay. Sims 2 special outfits. Create a Sim. Clothing cheat. Come on, I want the clothing cheat. I'm gonna create a sim, press which button? Which button? Me the Shift N. Shift N. And yeah, there we have it. Create now debugging mode. Debugging modes. Debugging tooltips will show up for clothing. Hidden skin types will be shown. Alien and mannequin. Hidden clothing and hairstyles will be shown. Max created bins will show up in the custom collection. Come on. Okay. We want to go to clothing. We're gonna want to load. Okay. Okay, why is this showing up as custom? Why? Okay, for some reason this is showing up as custom. You have any alternate. That's weird. Anyways, we can see that it's still the alternate, any alternate as well. Normally it doesn't show up here. I don't know what happens. Reverse the scary cat. Wow, we're open for business. Yeah. I almost never enter Create a Sim in the game, so it might take a while to scroll through this until we find an outfit and play. I don't know why it's showing up as custom. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Where are you? This is weird. As you can see, there's no money outfit out here. There should be an outfit here because, as you can see, here are some unlockable outfits. There's just the EFB burglar, the EFI, the Island Striver blue. But I don't see any babysitter outfits. Should be, but I can't see them. I think this isn't supposed to happen. Like, something happened to give it a custom flag. sim pencils ID index. But as you can see, I mean, that's the name of body alternate, and I mean, probably if we put a shift M, get it out of, yep, creation is no longer in debug mode, then it doesn't show up again. So we can actually test this. I got another default. Now I want to see. Okay, we need adult male here. We need clothing. And we need to go to apartment life, so that one shouldn't take forever and today to load. Okay, here we go. This one is the sewing machine. That one is to be pinned to the system. Fancy butler. I'm talking about a witch default, hail, warlock default, I suppose. Here we go. This is how it's supposed to look like. Bin name. Perhaps the bin name is different. Oh, alright. I know what I forgot to do. Because for base game items, you have to add a couple of lines. So I was supposed to try to add lines. But this is how it's supposed to look. Like, you're supposed to have these nice lines. They're supposed to show up in the
Chica Wampa!
I will have to make a elder be and evil and neutral.
Vad sånt att sin?
But anyway, we're going to cancel this. And we're going to cancel him. Oh fuck. The spider goddess says you are breaking up like every few seconds. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay, spider, is it better now? Is there less breaking up every few seconds? Because I think it might have been because of rapid clicking in Create a Sim. Anyways, we'll need to quit the game and fix the fault. Oh, well, first show you something also. Custom HUD backup. Okay. Hopefully this won't make it go crazy, the live stream, but I covered some stuff from Morrowind. So, you might have seen these on the Discord if you're on the Discord. I'm trying to do this very calmly, so it doesn't break up. Okay, unless I start rotating, I'll try my best to not navigate the camera too much. These ones I actually converted for the Apocrypha set, you can get it to keep. Okay, this is number 2. It's just a little bit taller. My glory. Jane Langer says the audio is much better if in neighborhood view, it seems. Yeah. Okay, this one might. Damn. Why is it still? Okay, these are old versions apparently, because they're still showing the default things. This is a thing. It's still showing alley instead of tower. These ones are from the Simlarine gift. I did a public release, so now you can actually get those. But yeah, I figured out how to make custom HUD deco. Would that be an idea for the rest of the live stream? I'll fix the nanny default, of course. Like making a little bit of custom HUD deco. Because it isn't that difficult. Anyway, just write your answer down in the chat, let me know, so, because now I'm closing down my game to set the default. Okay. Okay, Jane Langerek says, yeah, custom hood deco would be great. Ocelot says, hood deco is essentially basic object creation on a larger scale. Well, it's a little bit different. There are some steps that you don't do with object creation and vice versa. Anyways, we need to look for the step in the tutorial here because it's been a while since I did it. Okay, the product and the value. Okay, here we go. If the property sets come from the base game, you need to do something extra. Add a line called version to the set. Change the value to 0, 2 and commit. Select the property set again and add a line called product. Change that value to 1 and commit. Okay, Ocelot says, but the scenograph for a HUD object doesn't have a emmet and the object doesn't contain an OBJD or an OBJF. Yeah, that's true. But it also doesn't contain a object description. You need to change the description or the object name somewhere else in the text file. In fact, in the text list. Okay, so we need to go back to our property set and we need to add version and product. So we'll just add this. Name. Version. Value. We can actually just make this 2. No, we'll just copy this one. This is A09. And we'll just go 0, 2. Then we'll add another one. Version. We're going to change this to 1 and to product. Jane Langerek, I've messed around with it before, but I wasn't all that happy with the results. With HUD deco? Or with defaults? So, like it says, product 1, version 2, and it's just a oh yeah, it's an integer. It's an integer. This is still a string and not an integer. We need to make sure that it's a DT UI. Or was it a DT integer? Yeah, DT UI integer. DTU integer, whatever. Need to make sure that it's these values. HUD deco. So, okay. What was it about the thing that didn't make you that happy? Version 2 product 1 commit and save, and we'll have to recompressorize. Just in case. I don't know if it's fully necessary considering we didn't import any textures or change any meshes. But still good with defaults to do that, just in case. Okay, anyways, our default should work now. I'm not willing to risk testing it because it's a bit tricky with this. The decker doesn't have a CTSS, so the description is contained in a string, says Ocelot. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, with most, it seems that it isn't committed to every language. Let me just crack open a HUD deco here. This is Apocrypha, neighborhood deco. You can actually slave HUD deco. But as you can see, it lacks a couple of things, but some are different. Like we have the neighborhood object XML. You see Apocrypha book text here. And it has a git. That's here. It's 06FA 7E 7B. The weird thing about neighborhood objects is it automatically generates a GID in this place, so you don't have to generate one. It generates it for itself. So, for example, I cloned number 2 off number 1, and as you can see, the GID is different. It's 52 1B and not 06 something. So, Jane Langrick 6 said, I tried cloning rocks and changing the texture to orange desert rocks to match my default, but they had some bad shading issues that I couldn't figure out. Okay, do you suspect it was the mesh or the TXMT? Because sometimes the TXMT is just way too shiny, for example. So you'll have to change some values in here. But another possibility is that the shading is just very bad and you'll have to fix that in Blender or Milkshape or whatever program you use. I'm a Blender girl, I do Blender, so I can demonstrate some bad shading because I fixed the set. I did fix a set by Ty. And yeah, the shading was pretty bad. So I still actually have some of these. Okay, former fence 01. Let me import this. So it looks perfectly normal, right? But let's look at the texture. Look, one side is dark and the other is light. Now let's put some lights here. Look, even if the light is very close to this should be lighted up like a damn Christmas tree. Instead, it seems that if the light comes nearer, it's... Okay, Spider Goddess says, Blender has its uses, just not for clothing. Clothing is a tough cookie in Blender. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The problem is with making clothing in Blender, especially 2.7 plus, is that there's no tutorials. There's a plugin, but it just says, do whatever you do in Milkshape. Yeah, hello, Blender's not Milkshape. So that's pretty difficult. There's no instructions for doing it. Jane Langerick says, it almost looked like the shading issues that I've had on clothing with messed up normals. Huh, that's interesting. You'll have to export the mesh into Blender and check if that's the case, because this, for example, is a case of, snap cursor to center, of messed up normals. Because if you put a lamp here, this should be lighting up like a damn Christmas tree. Instead, it seems to, it doesn't do it. Like, it just doesn't. So this shading is broken. It's officially broken. But if you look at some fixed things, so let me just put it here. I fixed this fence. Let me just see if I can find a good fence. I think it's this one. So fence 01, this one is fixed. Look at the difference. The shading is very different. So if I just apply the texture to this one, let me find the texture. Hopefully it's in my former set. No, of course it isn't. Why should it be? Okay, this is an image. Yeah, this is the image. Yeah, I might have to actually go to my BSAs. Where on earth did I put it? I love this. I just love this. Film a book, runes, marble. No. I think it might be Skyrim extract. Dungeons. Damn, where did I put these textures? I think I might have the texture somewhere else. I'm just not entirely sure where. It's a bit of a problem. Okay, this is my Sims 2 folder. I might have packed this up. Might have packed the things up, so... Let's see, Project Artistic Sims, August theme, Mapje, no. Point being, Fireflower does some weird shit to her textures. Things just go weird. stay weird. Anyways, I can actually just unpack these textures. Why am I putting so much effort into this? Anyways, this is for Symbolurine. This was for Symbolurine, so... Fullness set. Need to get a master mesh for the, for some things. Fence, yeah. The fence is one of the textures, the texture that we're looking for, in fact. I think. So, okay. Yeah, we got clove here. Fuller set, sounds big. Clove. Cloth. Yeah, here it is. And let me just apply this to the other one. So as you can see, it's a huge difference. Here it just doesn't light up. In fact, if you get the lamp closer, it's weird. Like, it is very weird shading. This one has more sensible shading. Look. Because this one is just permanently lighted up. Like, even if the lamp isn't on this side. Like, even if I move the lamp over here, it's just lighted up. So you have to fix this. Okay, cons. The Spider Goddess says, don't we all? And probably in reply to, it almost looked like shading issues that I've had on clothing with messed up normals. Yeah, normals get messed up. Ocelot says, I could write a tutorial for clothing meshing in Blender, but it seems like a hell of a lot of work and I don't understand some of the mechanics. Yeah, ditto dude. Blender has neat things like loop subdivide that Blender doesn't have. Indeed, Blender has some pretty advanced things. You can subdivide and decimate, nice things. Ocelot says, I'm bi-meshable. I can use old Blender and Milkshake equally well. Well, I'm new meshable. I can use new Blender. Pretty damn good. Okay, so anyways, how to fix shading in Blender might be a good thing to cover. So we're just going to move this one out of the way. This is going to be our final result. And we're just going to focus on this. So we'll click the thing, put it in edit mode, and then we'll go to shading UVs here on the left. Let me just put this in normal mode. Shading UVs, and here on normals we have recalculate, flip direction and set from phases. Flip direction does this. So now this side is dark, but we don't want that. Recalculate, no, it doesn't really work. So we want to get set from phases. Set from phases. As you can see, now it clears up. So now if we move the lamp over here, then you can see this side is lighted up, but this side isn't. Look at that. So now we'll just do the same for these things, pilasters, the totem, because it's safe as a totem. And we'll also do set from phases. As you can see, the normals change. And it's lighted up properly, like, look. So that's basically how you fix shading in Blender. So Jane Langerak, if you have some problems with the mesh shading, like it looks like messed up normals, then I would recommend just extracting the mesh, putting it in Blender, and going into edit mode, going to shading /UVs on the left hand, and just clicking set from phases and see if that works a little bit. Because if the shading is really messed up, then that should fix it. As you can see, these are now identical, so now you can have cute little faces here. Look, rotating. Oh, look at that, that's so cute. Look. It's like nice little fences. Yeah, cuties. And so for exporting from Blender, you'll need custom settings, especially when it's about multiple subsets. So, okay, let me just pull this up. So normally the presets are like this. So the most important error here is objects as OBJ objects. I covered this in creation livestream 0, I think. But you need something else. Look, I got a mess OBJ groups. You need to mess OBJ groups, and I also like to to have selection only, so I know that what I'm exporting is only what I selected. That's because I tend to work with huge files with like 20 meshes in them, and I don't need 20 meshes for 20 subsets in an object, you know? That's more Ty's things. Sorry, not sorry. It's more of Ty's thing, and I prefer to think of myself as a little bit better at object creation. Okay. Jen Lanrick says, that seems very simple, thank you. I know almost nothing about Blender, but I'll have to try that. You're welcome. Spider Goddess says, alright, you're fun. I need to go lay down for a bit. Still sick, lol. Oh. Get better soon, Spider. And yeah, have a good rest. Glad you joined in. Okay. So we did defaults. And we did a little bit info about HUD deco, but we got interrupted by stupid shading. No worries. I don't mind explaining the stuff. Okay, back to the HUD deco. So, HUD deco. So how does it differ from normal objects? Well, let's just first say what's the same. So we got a texture image, we got a shape, we got a crest, we got a TXMT, a GMND, and a GMDC. The things that differ is that in the text list there's no catalog description. Instead, there's a text list. The text list contains the title. So this is Apocrypha book stack master, aka the little art you saw in the game, and this is the object description. So if you change it, you'll have to just click this. If you're cloning it from an object that has untranslated strings, for example, there's one in Norwegian that says something in Norwegian or that there's something in Dutch, then you'll just say default string only here. So let me just put something random in Finnish here. And then we'll have to click default string only, or copy string to all, but default string only is the better choice, especially if you have something that doesn't translate. You know, it's the easier thing. So just default string only, and it will empty all other strings except Vietnamese, but Vietnamese is always empty. I have no idea why it doesn't display as empty. So the other thing is the XNGB, or the neighborhood object XML. So I already said this, but the GID that you normally have in the OBGD is inside here. It's automatically generated, so you don't need to change it. You can certainly do it, but it's not needed. So here we got the CRES, the model name. So this is the DB Apocrypha book stack, DG Sol Karnstein Basil Base Chiclia. I cloned it from one of Loedeus's HUD decos. A square from Moscow, I think, or St. Petersburg. I don't know, but I cloned it. Here it says remove a lot. If you put this on one, then if you place a lot, the HUD deco will disappear. Allowed in lot, once again, can you place it on a lot? Placement surface, not quite sure what that means, but there's sure to be some information. I would recommend checking out Croquette or Loedeus for more info on that, or other people who commonly create HUD deco. Allowed on road, once again, 1 means yes, 0 means no, and sold, this is a landmark. And if you clone it from a rock, then you'll probably have it in a different category. Here's the name. It doesn't really do anything in game, but it's still good to have it, because it gives you some clarity. So, but here's the weird thing. If you clone it, then it will have then the name you will give it. In this case, I gave it the name, you know, in the thing that says fixed integrity. Here it just says SimPE, but well, cloned it. I said DB Apocrypha book stack 1. But the thing is, hood deco will all, after that, it will have all the things it's cloned from. It's like a little family tree. You can delete it. You can delete certain, you can delete some of it. So I can actually delete everything here and just make it DB Apocrypha Book Stack 1. But I'm lazy. But you can actually do that. But just be aware, hood deco will probably get a longer than average model name. Once again, you can change that. You'll have to change you have to change this in the crest. You'll have to change this in the shape. This as well in both items and parts. You have to change this in the TXMT. Once again in this thing and this thing. And you'll have to change it in the GMND. If you look at the GMND, there's something. No, you notice something. There's no TS design mode enabled or TS design mode slave subsets. And this is even the case, and I think this is even the case for the. Look, this is slaved. This is a slaved object. Look at the text list. Apocrypha Book Stack 2, slave. But unlike objects, you don't have to add anything in the GMND. You just have to do it in the shape. That's because the hood deco is not recolorable. If you want a recolorable object, if you want a slaved and recolorable object, they will have to do it in GMND. But because hood deco doesn't have an emmet, you have to clone it or just modify it to give it different textures. You don't have to change anything in the GMND. So for slaving hood deco, all you'll have to do is delete the texture, and you'll have to delete the texture, the texture and the TXMT, and you'll have to change references in the shape. So that's something you can do. And another nice thing about slaving hood deco is that you can have a lot of subsets. Because they're not recolorable in the first place, so you can have like 10 subsets in neighborhood deco. Not that I would recommend it. Less is better. But it's possible. Let me just see hood deco. This is not from Dragonborn, this is actually from Morrowind, but here's the tavern. This is my master object for most things. And as you can see, it has 11 textures. 11 textures, let me repeat that, 11 textures. And most of them are from this. And you can find at least one of those. Most of them are more than one of those in, yes. Also, it says TS materials mesh name string in the GMND is only necessary for objects that have an emmet. Exactly. But even this master object is 7 textures on its own, but it has more subsets, trust me. Let me just pull this up. Look, I can scroll down it. It has a lot of subsets. You don't actually want to know how much subsets. But I'll show it anyways, because I'm sadistic like that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It has 11 subsets. This thing. Because it has a lot of textures. But yeah, that means that with hood deco you can have a lot more subsets without running into complaining people because it's not recolorable. Because hood deco is never recolorable. Cloning it, for making hood deco, I would just recommend cloning something that just cloning some custom hood deco. And just adding your mesh, adding your textures. If you have more mesh, if you can slave it, then definitely slave it. because you can slave HUD deco and it saves a lot of texture space. And do mark it as a master mesh, because otherwise we get blue flashing. So, okay, my throat is a bit dry and I don't have any tea. I might have to ask someone if they can bring me a mug of water or something, so I don't have to leave the live stream alone. But is there anything else y'all are interested in? Like, we did a default. We kind of forgot a crucial step in making base game defaults, but we fixed it. And we talked a little bit about HUD deco, but is there anything else at this moment? Come on. Let me just send a message. Okay, that's done. Can you open the scenographer for the HUD object? Asked Ocelot. Okay, let me just do that. Okay, I'll just crack open a master object. No, this is both a master object and slaved object, so it could be interesting. Okay, it's a big window, so let's make this full screen. So as you can see, there are some things that are pointed to false because they're slaved to the tavern. Like this tavern. The slaves. So we got the crest here. This is our model. Then we got the shape, aka the thing that points to the GMND and the GMDC, and then all the textures. So this is pointing to some textures here. So this is the Redoran texture thing, and it points to some unavailable textures. Okay, for some reason I got a picture here on WhatsApp. I'm not sure by who it is. It's confusing me, but interesting, I suppose. So why the hell do people keep getting pictures? Oh yeah. Okay. Ooh. Just got a notification on Tumblr. Inland released something new. Look at that. It's so cool. Look at it. Okay. Look at it. It's great. He always makes great stuff. Okay, back to the live chat. But anyways, a scenographer. This is the scenographer. So we got tavern, 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 tavern. All false because they're not available. And then we get the council hall, council hall, council hall, council hall, council hall, and they're all true For some reason this is false. Council hall surface 1 window. This is stop. I'm not sure, but anyways, it works. That's the most important part. Ocelot says, I love the lace textures. Yeah. It's such a great texture. Cherubim 2.0. Okay, blender. We're milk. No, not milkshake. I don't have milkshake. More a milkshake. A milkshake would be welcome now. I need some fluids. Okay, some other things. Live chat. But anyways, a scenographer, I don't think it looks especially weird. It's just a normal thing. Okay, I'm not sure. I can try to crack open an object and compare it with that. Come on! I want an object! Oh wait, these are for my meshes, not my objects. So, okay, this is just a normal object. We'll go for a, let's just go for a monster tentacle. This is a fairly simple object, just one recolorable subset. It looks different. So here we got the MAT. This one points to TXMT. This one isn't important. Might have forgotten to remove like a mention of it or something. Anyway, it's not important. So here we got DB Apocrypha Monster Tentacle, and as you can see, it points to true. It's full true, and here we got the MAT pointing to the crest, pointing to the shape, pointing to the GMNT, pointing to the GMDC. It looks like any non-recolorable object. Are we talking about the hood deco here? Can actually take a look at some unrecolorable shit. Probably. I might still have some unfixed tie stuff. Where did I put this? Don't tell me oh fuck, I probably put this one in my bejaardentehuis map. AKA my retirement home folder. Yeah, I have a retirement home folder. Yep, dwemer. The scenograph, Ocelot says, the scenograph for the hood deco. Yeah, no MATs. Okay, so that's needed. Any new stuff at the keep? Set update, mining station. We're not gonna look at that. That's in the beta testing area. I'm not going to and yeah, that exists, and I'm not gonna enter it because beta testing. Water? Heet water? Bedankt. Alright, I got some hot water for tea, so I can actually have some tea now. I got some speculaas flavor tea. Oh yeah, I should probably go to a less busy tab because this kind of looks horrible on Pinterest. Oh, speculaas is delicious. Okay, 3 to 5 minutes, but I'll just put it in free one because it's not a very big cup of hot water. At least it won't spill. Delicious. Okay, let's check. Okay, back to YouTube, back to YouTube. I need to look at the live chat. And I haven't quite figured out something. Okay. Ocelot says, what does what does specula seasoning have that isn't in pumpkin pie spice? Well, let me look at the ingredients. We're going into the tea discussion again. Or well, speculaas is actually it's actually a specific mix of spices, and some of them are a bit unusual. Yeah, for example, cloves. Let me go to speculaas here with the Belgian variant speculaas. Anyways, there are a great many things here with speculaas. Look, here we got the ingredients. Here we got a bunch of things that you can make with them, including schuddebuikjes. Oh damn, it's been such a long time since I've had schuddebuikjes, but they're delicious. We got 4 pieces of speculaas. Those are the cookies. You can buy them just about everywhere and they're cool. They're nice. You can have a koekplank. This is for making a special speculaas cookie. A very big one. It's more like a plate. Here we got a 19th century Flemish variant. That's called speculaus. But in the 20th century in Brussels it was speculoos. Anyways, here we got a press, the production of speculaas, gevulde speculaas, aka filled speculaas. There we got the speculaas brokken, many things. But here we got the ingredients. So spices used for speculaas blend: 15 grams of cinnamon, 2 grams aka kaneel. We call this speculaaskruiden. 2 grams of cloves, kruidnagel. 2 grams of nutmeg, nootmuskaat. 1 grams of white peppercorn with paper, or just general pepper. You can use black one if you want, you know. And 1 gram of ginger powder, gemberpoeder. And half a gram of cardamom seeds from the green pods, cardamomzaadjes. Grind in a coffee grinder or a mortar. There are a lot of variations, by the way. Ooh, and my tea is done with soaking. It was about to beep. But speculaas is delicious, and I should bake speculaas koekjes. Pepernoten. Pepernoten are great. Oh. Oh, damn. But I suppose I'll have to compare the recipes for pumpkin spice and speculaas, but I can tell you that it does look very different. It is quite different. So let me just get this one. Let me get 2 recipes at least. One from this Rutger Bakt thing and the other one from a supermarket magazine called Allerhande. It has really good recipes in it. And you can access all of them here. Okay, yeah, here we are. And then pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. I don't want it pumpkin spice. Pompoentaart latte. It's an American mix. Okay. Okay, I'll accept the cookies. Okay, here we got it. So yeah, 40 grams. So here we got a slightly different one. For once, this has coriander, anise seed, and foelie. What was foelie again? I don't really specialize in translating spices. I mean, I can recognize things in a Polish supermarket nowadays, but let me go to DeepL. DeepL is better than Google Translate, trust me. Vertaal naar het Nederlands, naar het Engels. Yeah. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, cardamom, white pepper, coriander seed, ginger powders, anise seed, and mace. Mace, that's it. Okay, pumpkin spice has cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg. As you can see, it does a cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg, but it also has cardamom, white pepper, coriander, ginger, anise seed, mace, etc. And here you see the same, basically. Cardamom. I think cardamom is basically... Cardamom is a big piece of it. Yeah, this is different. Allspice. There's no allspice. As you can see here, tree native to the Greater Antilles, southern Mexico, and Central America. Now cultivated in many warm parts of the world, but... yeah, there are no warm parts here, really. So you see 18 parts ground cinnamon, 4 pounds, so how many pounds? 8 plus 6 means 20, so this is like 30 parts, I think. But, yeah. Some things... it's different proportions of certain spices and just different spices altogether. So if you see this, generally a blend of ground cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves. And you also have to have to wonder. Allspice and mace are interchangeable for the most part. Okay. Yeah, there are also some other things, like you see, anise seed, ginger, coriander, white pepper, cardamom. So yeah, different spices, more in general, more spices. And different proportions, I'm repeating myself. And you also kind of have to wonder with cinnamon. In the US, it seems that cassia cinnamon is commonly used than Ceylon cinnamon, so you really have to wonder if they use Ceylon or cassia. Just look here. We got Ceylon cinnamon on the left and Indonesian cinnamon, aka cassia, on the right. So, you know, you don't really know which mix uses which. I think that if I'm going to make speculaaskruiden myself, that I'll just ground up some cinnamon, some Ceylon myself. So looks a little bit different. This looks a bit light. And just this general. Well, let me just get a picture. This was supposed to be a CC creation live stream, not a spice mix creation live stream. Oh, yeah, I'll have to put this one here. Spices, kruiden. Also means herbs, but otherwise it would be specula, specerijen, which sounds a little bit weird. Tends to be a bit darker, I think. Oh. But it's a delicious combination. If I look at the pumpkin spice, yeah, it just looks a little bit different. Okay, but I should probably close these tabs about spices and continue with sim stuff. And continue drinking my nice and spicy speculaas tea. And okay, so back to the Sims before we got distracted by allspice. So, okay. Anything else that we can do? Okay. Tumblr saying something. Some people like my stuff on Tumblr. Thank you very much, people, for liking my stuff on Tumblr. I really appreciate it. Oh, fuck. Shouldn't show the Discord. Why was the Discord active? Okay, okay. Things. What shall we do? I suppose I can show how to convert things from Assassin's Creed. It's a bit of a long process. Takes a while, you know, to do. But I could do it. Okay. We need a program called Maki. Maki with Lucy, it's called. Here's Maki. So let me just search for Maki. Maki as Assassin's Creed. Because this is the thing that can open up Forge files. Oh, here we go. So here we go. Data files extractor for Assassin's Creed 2, and some other games. So additional plugins are already included. So here we got it. Maki. We need the Maki program. So here we have the same build basically, for version 1.2. And here you see options and data files. So here we got 5 plugins. We got Animus for Assassin's Creed, we got Elika for Prince of Persia 2008, Jade for Beyond Good and Evil, Lucy for Assassin's Creed 2, and Rain for Terminal Reality games. So we're just going to go for Animus. Do not check data files, always open them. Force plugin, default tab. We don't need that one. Show expanded information, auto-convert single data files, etc. Anyways, we have archives and data files. We'll first need to crack open an archive. From that archive, we will get data files, and then we'll crack open the data file to get the meshes. Okay, so first things first, we need a data file. So I'll actually need to get to my... Okay. This is a tutorial I wrote. So here we got Data PC Force Ake, and we'll just crack that open. You get this from your Assassin's Creed install folder. So we'll crack this open, and here we see data block. They're variable sizes, so we got things with MB, bytes, or kilobytes. We want to go for the big ones, because the big ones are more likely to actually contain useful files to us, like meshes. The ones with bytes, they most likely don't contain anything that we can use. So here we got more data blocks, but we don't need those. We just need to fetch a nice data block, so... Let's go for this one. Cell 01313 data block. And we'll need to extract this one. So now it's been extracted to GAC1, conversion markup tutorial, data PC Force Ake, blah blah blah. Then we'll go to the data files tab. And we'll crack open this file we just extracted, cell 01313 data block. And as you can see, you got some texture sets. We got texture informations. We got BHOs, whatever those are. We got dirt and diffuse map specs. Some other things. Not quite sure. Okay, there's nothing really useful to us in here. But from the tutorial, I extracted something else. 01322. So if we crack this one open, we see mesh and 3D object and 3D object info. Because these have question marks. So we can actually extract the 3D meshes, as well as some other things. So we can actually crack this one open. We can select all, and we can extract this. So now it will start extracting stuff. 64 files extracting. Extracted. So, new data file. We're going to go into Blender and we're going to import these suckers. They should be OBJ. Okay, I don't have my folder cracked open right now, so... Okay, here we go. Here we got everything. So... Okay, these are old ones. We need the one for tutorial. We see a lot of useless files here, but some of them aren't. See, we got OBJ, MTL. We got rock stacks, we got rocks, we got siege, boss, move. And we're just going to get a data file in here. Tutorial. See, we can get a bunch here. So rockstack 04A, import OBJ. It's gigantic. It's big. It's real big. So we'll just have to scale this down. I'm not quite sure how far you have to scale it down to sim level. So you can do this manually, or you can just try out values. So first, let's just import a sim in here so we can actually compare this. This is clearly too big. So as 0.4, is that better? I suppose it's better, but let's just go for 0.1. Skyrim General needs 0.01, but I suppose this is good enough. We're assuming this is grass, by the way. We can check out the texture. The texture was exported as well. So this one clearly needs to be alpha enabled. But first we'll need to rotate this. So here we can go, we need to rotate this by minus 90x, but we'll just do it like this. Let's get a lamp on this sucker. Yes, fascinating. Come on, why are you doing this to me? Blender. Okay. It's being a little bit stupid. Anyways, we got this. So we got it extracted and scaled down now, so it can actually be exported, but we want to know what's up with this texture, so just going into alpha mode. See, it does say use alpha, but it doesn't really use the alpha, which is pretty annoying. So we'll just save it as a PNG instead of a tarja. And then we'll just crack open the PNG. Hopefully that will work. It fails. Yay. I did use that, right? Oh, it still uses TGA instead of a PNG. That bothers me for some reason. So we're just gonna have to delete this. And actually use something called a PNG. Please use it, game. It really likes to use a tarja. So I think I'll just delete tarja. Or move it somewhere it can't find it. So let's just get rid of those. Don't ask me why it does this. Damn, it's still using a tarja. I just replaced it with a DDS. Wow, this thing is like in love with a tarja, so I'll just export this part and delete it and then try to give it a PNG so we can actually see how it looks like. Let's just make this untitled. Okay. So now we can actually start looking at things, because it shouldn't be referring to the damn tarja. Unless it is, in which case I will be cross. Oh, now it does work. So now you can actually see the vegetation. It's nice grass. It's very nice grass. And now this rock stack. I don't know what the rock stack, what texture it's supposed to have. Doesn't give me that information. But I can look at the grass. Nope, that isn't it. Definitely isn't it. So, yeah, there's not really a lot of things in here that I could use. I mean, I can certainly see if there's any interesting texture in here. There's wood, there's a person. There's a rock. Okay, we will use the rock. You need to extract that one with TextMod. I might show how to do that one sometimes. Go to Blender. And we just get a rock. Look! We now have a rock with grass, and we can export this and export it into the game. Or we can just do the sensible thing and slave the rock to the game. I'm not the game, I mean the other thing. A pre-existing rock texture. So we got it slaved, and we can just recolor that one with our stone texture. I'm pretty sure it's called something like Stone Master. Oh, slaved stones of a master. This is Frax object, but look. If we slave it, we get this. It's very nice. We got very nice rocks now. Or we can just do the grass. It's actually a very nice grass texture, especially for such an old game. Oh, this is making me want to convert more Assassin's Creed stuff. So, okay, I started this live stream at 20:30, and now it's already 22:15, so I think I'm gonna have to end this live stream, also because my throat is getting a bit dry, despite having a cup of tea now. But we did cover a bunch of interesting things. I mean, defaults, hood deco, and Assassin's Creed. And pumpkin spice versus speculaas. I'm on team speculaas. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a great time. And that you have learned something or was at least fairly amused. And yeah. Thank you for watching, my dear Squirrel Chasers. I hope to see you next video. Have a great day, evening, afternoon, night, whatever it is where you're at. And goodbye. Bye.